Well, hello there. This is Jamie Silver with Herf Jones Yearbooks. Welcome to February. Happy Valentine's Day in advance, and welcome to the next episode of the Yearbook podcast. Today, I'm excited to share some great updates, both for the rest of this school year and then some really cool new stuff coming out for next year. So, bear with me. I'm going to jump right into some reminders and updates. I just got back from our annual company meeting where we get to learn all about the new things coming out for next school year. It's time for me to help, reconnect with my colleagues from all over the United States, see some examples of, what other schools are doing all over the U.S. and bring some ideas back to you, and as well as here's what's coming out for the next school year. So with that in mind, I want to share a couple updates that I wrote down to share with you all here. So we continue to update all of our sites, right? As you know, eDesign and eBusiness, my HJ Yearbook, all of those things tied in together. And a lot of those changes involve moving from the old school Flash-based website to the new HTML5 and a whole lot more, under the hood, so to speak. So rest assured, we have a lot of people, a lot of resources focused on making that just the best experience and best tool possible. And there are a ton of improvements coming for next year. The major update that I want to share with you for next school year is starting next school year, we are going to be basically just opening up the floodgates. So you don't have to worry about it looking different. There'll be a few tweaks, but there would be anyway. The big change is we are going to basically unlock the tool of eDesign and provide you the same exact resources that we provide at the high school level. So what will that mean to you? The site will look the same. Like I said, the interface will be the same with minor tweaks that we do every year. So you won't have to relearn a new tool. I want to make that clear. I don't want to scare people and say we're changing it, we got to learn all new stuff. We're not. We're simply unlocking some of the things we had essentially taken out or locked out to simplify the process, but we realized through the, just learning through that in the course of the next few years or previous few years is we just want to provide all of the tools, the same tools we provide to a high school, like I said. So you're going to see all kinds of new things added. Many of you listening will be happy to know a lot of that includes not only the capabilities, the tools, the different things, that the program can do, but we're also going to be adding a lot more power, right? So a lot more artwork. And of course, all of this, because a lot of you have asked more artwork, more artwork will be coming. And all of this, of course, is at no cost to you. No change. It's just we're unlocking the program and providing more options for you. So that's a great change coming. Just want to mention that. A change that is actually here already that we just did in the background for you may have noticed about a week ago is the image upload increases from 17 to 42 megapixel. What does that mean to all of us? It just means that we're moving with the times as far as tech goes, right? So we all get new phones, new cameras over the years, and in doing so, we're creating better images, higher resolution, and larger files. So we're essentially just moving with that and making sure our system is ready to work with those larger files. So that's already in place for you. We're also implementing an automatic rotation of images that you upload. So if you take a portrait image, for example, it's going to rotate it appropriately as you upload it versus landscape and vice versa. So you can still do that by hand, of course, just clicking that little button in the library, but it's going to try to do that for you as you upload to reduce the number of clicks that you have to do. So those are some of the updates for you. Also, I want to put on your radar, on your calendar if possible, and some of you listening have taken me up on this and some have not, but I want to share this save the date with you today. So this is for our yearbook camp. Some of you people laugh at me when I say that, but it is a really good event. For those listening, hopefully they can share their advice that it's worth going to. But it is June 19th through the 21st this coming summer at Lake Forest Academy. We have a track specifically designed for elementary middle schools. It's a mixture of elementary, middle school, and high schools, and it's really focused on getting students as well as teachers involved and just kind of getting a head start for the coming school year. And like I said, we do have a specific track just designed for you for elementary, middle schools, and it's generally not student-based there. It's usually just adults learning the tools, learning what's new, and getting ready for the new school year. So I just want to put that on your radar, June 19th to the 21st. Just to save the date at this point, but more information to come. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out as well. Now, couple things I want to share with you today is including demos and video demonstrations of changes. The first one is what we're calling design styles. This is brand new to the program for you. And I want to show you this quick little video that will highlight it, and I'll be back. It's just a couple minutes long, and I'll be back in a few minutes.
Design Styles in Y Online allows you to activate all the graphic assets at one time for a particular book look. Consult the Whys for Yearbook booklet to review all the graphics available. When you locate a set you'd like to activate, navigate to Book Setup in Y Online. Go to the Design Style tab and then scroll to the name of the graphic collection you want. After selecting the name, previews of the graphics will appear in the pane to the right. You can scroll through the preview to confirm it's the set you want, and then click Apply Design Style. When you next go to the Art section of the library, you'll see all those graphics have been activated. You can activate additional styles from the Design Styles area, and you can use the Import option in the library to activate individual assets. And that's the basics of using the Design Style feature in Y Online.
So for those of you who have done Yearbook for a while now, you're probably doing the happy dance like I was when I saw this update, because it really accelerates that process of getting all the media loaded for you to start using. So if you haven't started Yearbook yet, which is fine, please know about this. So as you're flipping through that 2018 booklet that Mark just showed there, and you see a collection of artwork that you want to use, rather than having to click and to activate each one, you can now choose the design style by the name at the top of the page there and just turn them all on. As Mark said, you can also add and delete as you go, but it's just a way to jumpstart that process of getting all the stuff loaded that you might want to use for the year. Okay, moving on. I want to share this quick video on moving spreads, because this time of year, we may be working on the book and then we come back in a week and realize, you know what? That's good. We haven't submitted it yet. Obviously, we got a lot of work to do, but we really need to relocate some of these pages or these 2-page spreads. This is a quick way of doing that and not having to redo the page, if you will. So I'll click this video. It's about 3 minutes, just under 3 minutes. It'll help you reorganize your book if you need to on the fly, before you submit any pages. I'll be back in a couple minutes.
In this tutorial, we'll show you how the advisor is able to move spreads in the ladder of eDesign. When logged in as an advisor, go to the Book module. The Move Spread function allows you to shift spreads around in your ladder while keeping all of the ladder information and the page contents intact. Go to the Edit menu and choose Move Spreads. The ladder will then appear in this slightly different view. In this window, you can drag and drop spreads to new locations. For example, I want to place the Spirit Week spread in front of the Homecoming spread. So I'll click and drag that spread up in the ladder. Notice the indicator that appears to show me where I'm going to move the spread. When I release the mouse button, the spread is placed in its new location. You can move more than one spread during a single session. When you've made the moves that you want, it's a good idea to scroll through the ladder a bit to check things before clicking OK. If everything looks good, click OK, and eDesign will then rearrange the ladder and change the page numbers as necessary. There are a few situations in which a spread cannot be moved. First, the title page and the last page of the book cannot be moved. They are single pages and they cannot swap places with double page spreads. You cannot move a spread that is in the In Pre-Flight, Finished, or Submitted status, because moving the spread would cause the page numbers to change. Pages in this status will appear dimmed down in the Move Spreads window. Also, you cannot perform any other spread move that would cause one of the In Pre-Flight, Finished, or Submitted pages to move position. If you need to move spreads that are in pre-flight or finished, you can click the Needs Work link on each page to return these pages to the edited status. You would then be able to move those spreads. If you're printing a partial color book where some pages are set to print in color and some in black and white, you'll receive a notification if the move you request would require one or more pages to change from black and white to color or vice versa. The Move Spreads function is most useful early in the year when you're trying to tweak the ladder and get everything where you want it to be. Let's say, for instance, I realized that I forgot to leave a spread for JV football before the varsity football spread. I would open Move Spreads, scroll down in the ladder to an empty spread that I've not started working on yet, drag it up and place it before the varsity football spread. I'll then click OK to commit the move. And that's how you use the Move Spreads function in eDesign.
I hope you found that helpful, the move spread option. As Mark showed it there, I did want to add to this. Some of the examples he's showing is more geared towards the high school level, right? You saw, varsity football and so on. Obviously, most of you listening, we don't have that. We're talking about an elementary, middle school book. But in general, the functionality is the same. Also, he pointed out some black and white color. Generally, everyone listening, we all have color books. And lastly, he mentioned some things about different status of pages as far as some being submitted, some not, some pre-flight. I believe most people listening right now, you have a one deadline book, right? Meaning you just submit the whole thing at once, typically later in the school year. So I just want to highlight that. Some differences from what Mark was sharing was just a general statement about how the tool works. Okay, switching gears here, we're going to switch over to eBusiness. Most of you probably know what this tool is. If not, in short, it's our online receipt book, if you will, for a place for you, your school to record any yearbook sales at school. But even more powerful than that, if you're utilizing any of our online sales or our operators where parents are calling us or placing the order online, we record it in the same location. So if you're not, I want to show this video. If not, if you are already, you can skip this. But this is a brief, it's about 3 minutes, that shows how to record your yearbook sales on this tool, and it's web-based. It's completely free. You don't need to use it, but the reason I highlight it is it's a great place to keep everything in one location, meaning if you're recording sales, maybe someone in the office is recording sales, especially if you're using our tool, like I said, where they're calling us or going on our website. That way, when you need to know where all the sales are to plan who gets a book at the end of the year, it's all in one place. You don't have to worry about tracking it via email or an Excel file or something like that. So I'll show this video and I'll be back in 3 minutes.
In this tutorial, we'll look at recording book and ad sales inside of eBusiness. After opening eBusiness, click on the Sell button. Once in the Sell area, locate a student for whom you need to record a sale. To locate a student, you can use the search functions at the top of the screen. You can search by last name, first name, grade, etc. You can also sort the data by clicking on one of the column heads to sort the data in that particular column. Once you've selected the student for whom you'd like to record the sale, click Make Sale. On this screen, click the plus button beside the book or ad items you wish to add to the sales cart. In the Sales Options area, you'll notice the default is to automatically record a payment for the purchase, and the pull-down menu allows you to choose the payment method. You also have the option to automatically print a receipt for each sale you record. If you check the Print Receipt checkbox, eBusiness will automatically send a receipt to your printer so that you can print a receipt when you finish the sale. You have two options for completing the order. Clicking Submit Order gives you the Fast Track option. Clicking Submit Order would complete the sale and record a full payment for the sale. Clicking the Edit Sale button will allow you to review and update information about the sale. For this example, I'll click Submit Order. Let's walk through one more sale to show you how you can enter partial payments and how you can adjust personalization information. Select the student for whom the purchase is being made, then click Make Sales. Add the item or items to the cart. And in this example, I'll click Edit Sales. At the top of the next screen, I'll enter a $30 payment. I'll also adjust the personalization name. Then I'll click Review Order. If everything looks correct, click Submit Order. Now when I go back to that student in the list, I'll see that there's still $25 due on this order. At a later time, I can come back to this student, select the name, and then click Edit Sale. In the top area, I'll select the purchase and then click Make Payment. This time, I'll enter a $25 payment by check and click Save. I now see that there's $0 due. In the Payments area at the bottom, I can see a record of the payments made for this order. Also notice that in this Edit Sales screen, I have the option to delete an order, to print a receipt, and to edit a personalization order. When done, click the back arrow here to return to the sales area. One last thing, you can sell an item to more than one person at a time. In the name list, hold down the Control key or the Command key on Mac and click to select the names of people to whom you want to sell the same item. Then click Make Sales. Add items to the cart as normal and click Submit Order. You've now recorded a sale for all the selected individuals at once. And that's how you record, book, and ad sales in eBusiness.
So I hope you found that helpful. Again, the ad sales part is probably more of a high school kind of task, but not necessarily. If you're at the elementary, middle school level and you want to sell ads, you could use this tool to record that too. And I think it's important to highlight, as Mark showed that example, it's an online receipt book. Those are my words. It's a place to record the sales. It is not a place to actually input credit cards. I just want to make that clear. It's a great tool we provide to record everything in one place. It doesn't let you actually take money. I just want to point that out. You would collect money as you always would. This is just a great way to document it. And you can also print receipts and all that. So I hope you found that helpful. Now, moving on, but on this same topic of yearbook sales, let's say, it's May or whenever you get your books, June, and you're ready to hand out the books and you would like to pull a report to show you everything we just recorded. And again, it's all in one place. So your records as well as our records in one place in eBusiness. So this last video tutorial shows you that in a yearbook distribution list. So I'm going to play that. It's just under 2 minutes and I'll be right back.
This tutorial will cover how to use eBusiness to generate distribution lists. Open eBusiness and click on the Reports button. Then go to the tab marked Distribution. The report controls are located along the top. The first pull-down menu allows you to select the type of distribution list you want to display. All packages will create a list of each package purchase and show any monies due for collection at the time of distribution. YOC Packages shows packages purchased through the Yearbook Order Center. Shipping lists buyers with their shipping addresses if you chose to collect this information in eBusiness. Custom items can be used if you're tracking sales of non-yearbook items such as spiritware. Financial lists all purchasers and the details of their transactions. For this example, I'll leave the display field set to all packages. The next 3 pull-down menus allow you to sort and subsort the data. For this example, I'll sort the information by grade and then by last name. You can also choose to set a date range for the orders. When you've set your options, click Run Report. Once the report is generated, you can choose to review it on the eBusiness screen, or you can export the report using these options. Excel will generate an Excel spreadsheet with the report data, and PDF will generate a PDF of the report. For this example, I'll choose to generate an Excel spreadsheet. Once the spreadsheet is generated and opened, you'll see the distribution list gives you information to identify each student, including any information that was uploaded as part of the name list or collected during sales. Once the data is open in Excel, you can sort the list in any way you wish and even break it up into separate lists for use in distribution. And that's how you generate distribution reports in eBusiness.
Well, I hope you found that helpful. Again, eBusiness is an excellent tool to help you record, track, and print out lists of who bought what when. It's a great receipt book. So we've covered a lot today. We've covered some reminders and updates, some changes happening right now, including the increase for the image upload and all that. Major updates coming for next school year. Looks the same. Don't need to learn new stuff necessarily, just adding more functionality and artwork and options for you for the yearbook design area next year in e-design. And of course, we covered those demos. I hope you found those helpful. Any questions on any of those topics, moving spreads, recording book sales, or tracking yearbook and printing out reports in the end of the year, please let me know. I'm happy to help in any way. And any topic, of course. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out anytime. Hope you have a great day. Again, welcome to February. Happy Valentine's Day and in advance, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.